What up, Truth Seeker? Want to apologize before I read a little of this article for you for my hiatus. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably saying, well, you don't have to apologize. I didn't even realize you were MIA. I know, and I don't know anyone who really would care if I stopped making videos altogether. Now, I'm not apologizing because I thought you'd miss me. I'm apologizing because I realize my obligation to share the great news of the rain with you as often as I possibly can. Someday, some of you, maybe all of you, are going to be upset with me that I didn't pound this through your thick skulls enough. You're going to be upset with me that I didn't get on here, and regardless of how many views I get or how many subs I have, regardless of the reception, you're going to be upset with me that I didn't remind you more, and I'm going to be upset with myself. I'm sure the Most High is upset with me for not getting on here and reminding you of the solution. I know you're all aware of what's happening right now, what's coming. I know you see that cliff that humanity is about to go over. But amazingly, nobody cares about the only solution. This is in Bloomberg, but there's other newspapers that published articles about these detention centers that's being built. ICE begins buying mega warehouse detention centers across the U.S. Plans for such centers and jails in nearly 24 communities have sparked protest over suitability, proximity to homes and schools. But I'm sure that's not why you would be concerned. You would be concerned that they're spending, $172 million? They're planning on building 24 of these massive mega warehouse detention centers. And they're saying it's for immigration. I'm sure you're like me. You're probably thinking, why couldn't they just ship them on out of here? If that's what it was about. You know, Truth Seeker, just like I do, what it's really going to be used for. You know that humanity is heading for that cliff. We see the cliff. We know humanity is about to go over it. And there's only one thing you can do. And obviously, you don't realize what that thing is. It's called following the Lamb. And as far as I can see, I invite you to prove me wrong. As far as I can see, I'm the only one that is doing it right now. Revelations chapter 14 says that those who follow the Lamb, they'll be standing with the Lamb on Mount Zion. I'm the only one that I see that's here. I'm looking at Mount Zion right now. The majority of the world believes that Mount Zion is in the land of Palestine. That's the abomination that lays waste. Hear me out. Just imagine how much laying waste is going to take place if the world believes that Mount Zion is on the opposite side of the earth from where it really stands. And even worse than that, the majority of quote-unquote believers don't care about Mount Zion. They're not going to follow the Lamb like the rest of the remnant, the 144,000. Those people will overcome. They will find the solution. We've read it all through the scripture. There's only one way to overcome it. It's the only way to overcome it is with your feet. A foot tramples it down. Footsteps of the poor and the needy. Most people are caught up in the work of their own hands. They're caught up in their job, their house, their mortgage, their 401k. We've went over this so many times. The only way to overcome what's coming is for you to move your feet, come out of the lie, move your feet to the real Mount Zion. And if you didn't know, let me tell you, the real Mount Zion is in Utah, where I'm at. The truth of that, the facts, the proof that will prove that to you is all through the scripture, throughout history, all through my channel. I've broken it down and give you more proof than you need. The verse of the day, which was yesterday. Today is February, well, no, it's not February 1st, is it? January 31st, 2026. Yesterday, the verse of the day on January 30th was from James chapter 1, verse 22, that says, "And become doers of the word, and not hearers, only deceiving yourselves." The reason that the 144,000 find the solution, they do like I just told you, they move their feet because they realize that a foot tramples the beast down, the beast system. They come out of Babylon, they come out of Christianity, all the lies that we've been told, and they move their feet, and they're standing literally on Mount Zion. They do the word. The word tells us that we would be blessed coming in and blessed going out. All my life I've heard pastors and Christians say that. They'll say, blessed going in and blessed going out, brother. But they don't really know what that means, and they got no plans on actually going in anywhere or going out. They don't realize that means coming to Zion, Yerushalayim, on the feast days. That's how you're blessed. That's how the 144,000 are going to be blessed with life. They'll escape the curse of death. The world is unaware of that. But amazingly, the whole Bible tells us that that's what we must do. So what we've been doing, we've been deceiving ourselves. We've been saying things like, blessed going in and out. But we've been living in deception, deceiving ourselves, not knowing that we really have to go in and go out in order to be blessed. Deuteronomy chapter 28, "And it shall be, if you diligently obey the voice of Yahuwah, your mighty Most High, to guard, to do all his commands, which I command you today, that Yahuwah, your mighty Most High, shall set you high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you if you obey the voice of Yahuwah, your mighty Most High. Blessed are you in the city, and blessed are you in the field. Blessed is the fruit of your body, and the fruit of your ground, and the fruit of your livestock, the increase of your cattle, and the offspring of your flocks. Blessed is your basket and your kneading bowl. Blessed are you when you come in, and blessed are you when you go out. Yahuwah causes your enemies who rise against you to be smitten before your face. They come out against you one way and flee before you 7 ways. Yahuwah commands the blessing on you in your storehouses and in all to which you set your hand, and shall bless you in the land. Bless you in the land which Yahuwah your mighty Most High is giving you. Right there. There's your first clue. Only in the land will you be blessed. Only. Yahuwah does establish you as a set-apart people to himself, as he has sworn to you, if you guard the commands of Yahuwah your mighty Most High and walk in his ways. Not only doing what the word says as far as your what you do on a daily basis, how you carry yourself, but actually coming in to the set-apart place. That's how you're set apart. That's how you're different from the rest of the world. The world don't have a set-apart place to come into, to live in the midst, with the Most High in their midst. If you want to live and be a part of the remnant, the 144, you got to come in to the city, baby. And all peoples of the earth shall see that the name of Yahuwah is called upon you, and they shall be afraid of you. And Yahuwah shall make you to have plenty of what is good in the fruit of your body, in the fruit of your livestock, and in the fruit of your ground, in the land of which Yahuwah swore to your fathers to give you. Yahuwah opens to you his good treasure, the heavens. That's what he's done to me. He's blessed me by being here. That's how I've been able to relay this mighty good news of the rain with you. Opening the scrolls, finding out what these things truly mean. Go back through all my videos, through at least the last 200 videos, and you'll see that I'm telling you truth. To give the rain to your land in its season, and to bless all the work of your hand. And you shall lend to many nations, but you do not borrow. And Yahuwah shall make you the head and not the tail, and you shall be only on top and not beneath, if you obey the commands of Yahuwah your mighty Most High, which I command you today to guard and do. Blessed is the man who shall not walk in the counsel of the wrong. All the people that aren't telling you to come into the real Zion, all the people that are telling you to bow down and kiss the ring of the nation that shall not be mentioned, the nation that you can't speak about without being censored and banned off platforms. Any people that's telling you to do that, any people that's telling you to prep and be afraid of what's coming, but not giving you the real answer. Money, gold, silver, food, bunkers, all that stuff is going to do you no good. It's not going to shield you from the wrath of the Most High. There's only one thing you can do. And I've told you, we've read it. The Bible tells us. The only way to overcome it is a foot tramples it down. This is why in Revelations, the Messiah's feet are like burnished bronze, brass, refined in the fire. That's a command. That's instructions for you to come to the real set apart place on the feast days. If anyone's telling you anything other than what I just said, it is the counsel of the wrong. Let the dead bury the dead. Come home to Mount Zion. And shall not stand in the path of the sinners. Blessed is the man that doesn't stand in the path of sinners, and shall not sit in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the Torah, the instructions of Yahuwah, and he meditates in his instructions day and night. For he shall be as a tree planted by the rivers of water, that yields its fruit in its season, and whose leaf does not wither, and whatever he does prospers. The wrong are not so, but are like chaff which the wind blows away. Therefore, the wrong shall not rise in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For Yahuwah knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wrong comes to nothing. I'm here, getting it right, doing this right. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I got that much right. I got the fact that we've been lied to about the image, who the image of the beast is, that it was set up in 1948, plans to do it had been established long before that the people who did that are the synagogue of, say it with me, Satan. It's been built in order to destroy as many as they possibly can. I'm here. I'm looking at that spectacular, marvelous, mighty, set-apart mountain. I'm here. I'm willing to stay here, whatever the Most High wants of me, to remove as much dross off of me as possible. That's not a boast. That's just boasting in the way and the instructions of the Most High. That's what we are all to do. Right now, you see everything that's coming upon the earth. You know why those detention centers are being built. You know that what they dropped yesterday in those Epstein files, all that stuff is more than likely true. The people that the believers, quote unquote, have been following are monsters, more than likely. And they are. You can, just from what we see, that we know they do, how they behave, the ways that they behave that we can see, that we've been seeing, with their haughty looks, their narcissism, everything about them. We know that these are people that we ought not follow. And if you're someone who's been reading the Word, you know that we ought to follow the Lamb. If you follow the Lamb truly, you'll end up here in Utah on this mighty Mount Zion with me.